Welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner podcast. My name is Scott. I'll be your host today. We are on the road today. I'm going to skip sort of our normal introduction, and we're just going to get right into it. You guys know, ordinarymarathoner.com. You know our Facebook group at Ordinary Marathoners and our Twitter at Ord Marathoner. You know that you got to sign up for the Ordinary Marathon. It's coming in a month, and you certainly know that you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel. But today it is I'm in Jersey City, and I set all this stuff up, and I'm hoping this stuff works. I would only do this for a celebrity of your stature, Ramon Bermo. Welcome to the show.
Oh, wow. Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm
Good to
doing
see you again.
Yeah, you too. Always, always. This man married me.
I did. One of my top achievements.
Yeah, I'm glad I could provide that for you. Things are going well. I mean, so far so good, you know?
Good.
It's, everything's going great. So you've been on the pod. This is probably I would guess the fourth time. It's either the third or fourth time that we've had you on the podcast. And, I think the last time we spoke, you had just finished the Tahoe 200.
Correct. That was 2 years ago.
Which 200 as in 200?
200 miles, 205 miles.
It's actually more than that, right? 205.
205.
And congratulations on that, by the way. That's
Thank you.
Incredible feat. I can't wrap my arms around 200 miles. But then, since then, you have gone and bettered even that.
Well, I went a little longer. Last year I did a Moab, 240 miles.
I didn't even drive that far today.
But I don't think your drive was as beautiful as this race was.
So the Moab is where does that take place?
So it takes in Moab in Utah, and it goes through a whole loop of the whole area. You go through Arches and the Canyonlands, La Salle Mountains. So you are in high desert at one point, and then you climb all the way to 10,000 feet. So you get to see the beautiful area of Moab, Utah, which is just.
And I've never been out there, I've never been out there, and it's always something that's kind of been on my mind, and
highly recommend it.
Yeah,
beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
So what's next for you? I mean, you went 200, then you went 240.
Well, and this year, I always pick a main race. The main race this year is the UTMB, Ultra Trail Mont Blanc, which is kind of the probably most well-known ultra race in the world.
Okay.
It takes place in Mont Blanc in France and goes three countries.
Right.
Just a loop around Mont Blanc.
You've been training?
I've been training.
Yeah.
I've been training. Yes, I'm actually training.
When is this going?
Last weekend of August.
All right. So you still have some time.
Plenty of time. I'm already ready. I'm already ready. I just have to show up and do it.
There you go. And you're. I mean, this is like old hat for you. Like you're just.
It's a lot of it's a lot of the head. The brain can do it before the body can do it. If the head is ready, the body will follow.
So when you're doing a race like this, when you're doing hundreds of miles, at what point does at what point do you start feeling like, why did I sign up for this? Do you get that feeling? It seems like a guy like you doesn't get that feeling. Like I get that.
No. I'm actually. It's more like I'm doing this.
You're excited to do it.
You're excited. I mean, for me, it's all about the training.
Yeah.
The race for me only has meaning if I do the training. I can do pretty much probably many races and show up and do it. But, I like the race to have meaning. The training. So I love the training. And if you do the training, getting to start line is just, okay, let's do it. And then, there's up and downs for sure. But at least, there was no other place I would rather be than there. I never thought I can believe, it was more excited and happy and feel, like I'm achieving something that I work hard for.
Right. Now, I met you through determination.
Right.
I ran my first marathon ever. with determination?
That was
2014.
5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago. I was an out-of-towner, so I didn't get to run in New York with you guys through Central Park and train and enjoy all that stuff. But I know how busy you get, and I know how busy you get training, doing the training for all the determination program and all that stuff. How do you fit in your own training on top of that? Is this something we shouldn't tell your boss?
No. I'm a early morning person.
Yeah.
So many weekends, of course, I do many. I spend most of the longer days. I will get up anywhere, sometimes 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and go all the way to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m. Depends on the day. When I will coach on Saturday mornings, I will get to New York City 3, 4 hours earlier and do my run before, and then run with the people. It's just when you want something, you find the time.
Figure it out.
Yeah, you figure it out.
So do you even consider, when you go train, so say you do your training for your race and then you go to run with the determination team.
Right.
Do you even consider that as part of your training, or is that just something you do in addition?
100%. And that is actually perfect training because most of the time I get to run, let's call it with the back of the pack.
Yeah.
And, you should not be here. It's no, the pace I'm running now with you is faster than the pace I will be running on my event. So, when people do a 12-minute mile,
that's true.
Which let's call it for a marathon, is not the front of the pack. That's way faster of the pace I will be doing for most of the race on these long races.
So how do you attack those races? Do you do do you have that Galloway method, sort of run, walk, intervals?
No. I mean, you do hike quite a little bit, and I do something I have been adding the last couple of years to my training for ultras is learn how to hike better because I was always a decent runner, but I suck as a hiker. I'm not kidding.
Do you have a big stick? I feel like you need a big stick.
Yeah, you have the poles and you use the poles. But I've been practicing. There are days they just go. And just hike. Actually, for my birthday, what I've been doing the last 2 years, I get out of my house at 12:01 a.m. the day before my birthday, and I spend 24 hours just walking around the neighborhoods around my town for 24 hours until my birthday, and I just walk. I don't even run one step. Just get used to the head.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Yeah, the lack of sleep and the walking.
So the lack of sleep. So when you do 200 plus miles, that's over probably 3 days, 4 days?
It took me 83 hours. So you have for the 240,
that's division.
Yeah, about three and a half days give or take. So.
Yeah. So but there's got to be some sleep. Is there any sleep? Is there?
I slept 90 minutes
for 3.5 days.
Yes.
Wow.
I slept, there are people that sleep more or less, it's all about, be able to move with lack of sleep. I would say is one of my strengths.
Yeah.
I'm a person that I don't need a lot of sleep. So I use that to my advantage.
Right. That's, that's challenging, but it must feel good. I mean, do you feel like when you've been a coach obviously for how many years?
About 22 years now.
So do you get the same elation, do you think, finishing one of these as the people that you train get when they cross the line? I mean, what kind of level of, I feel like you've done probably 90 marathons. So for you finishing a marathon,
it doesn't feel.
It's not the same anymore.
Well, no, it depends. Again, if I train for a marathon, if I go a training hard for the marathon because I want to do a specific time, yes, then it becomes because the pressure, nervous. If it's just about running 26.2 miles, I do that pretty much every week. So it's not really, it's not, crossing the finish line, unless I train for it, it doesn't.
Right,
I don't feel that.
Right, you're going for a time or PR or whatever. It's your PR probably is unattainable now at this point. You're
not even, just think about it. I don't think I can run 1 mile
at that pace.
At the pace I used to be able to run a whole marathon.
Yeah. And so have you run all your life, or is there just something you picked up in
No, my whole life. I've been running now, it's going to be 42 years now.
Wow. Nice stuff. One of the stories I tell about you still is we were in DC for the Marine Corps Marathon, and you said when you die. Do you remember the story?
Yeah.
Do you want to finish it?
No, you go ahead.
You said when you die, you want to have the funeral.
Yep.
and everyone's gonna go to the church, and then you want everyone to run 3 miles to the cemetery.
Yes, I want, I keep telling my wife, and she thinks I'm kidding, but I want my funeral to be for people to come, religious, not religious, up to that's all right. I just want people to do the hill repeats or do some kind of run, and then celebrate my life by having a little party.
Everyone's gonna be tired, but then we'll want to
It's
celebrate.
3 miles. Yeah.
We should have medals too, maybe with like your picture on it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that I'm going to outlast you. I shouldn't do that.
Something says behave or something like that.
Right. Incidentally, my wife not behaving.
This is not.
She had a couch to 5K, and she went through like 7 weeks, and then she kind of fell off. So if you have any messages for her,
Stephanie, are you listening? Behave. Do the work. You're gonna hear from me very soon. Expect an email or a call from me very soon.
but she did. She actually. So she wasn't able to run when she was pregnant.
Right,
She had
right,
there were some health issues. So she did the couch to 5K. She just finished a 5K last weekend. 35 minutes, which is kind of what I think she felt like she could do. But she started the training and she hit like that 7-week area, and she just sort of.
Things got in the way.
Yeah, she let it slip a little bit. But
you need somebody with an accent to push you around a little bit.
But we're doing Marine Corps Marathon again this year.
I know, I'll be there.
We and I think so. Right now, I might be on baby duty, which means I'll have to defer to next year. But there's a good chance that I might not. So that would be good.
Be there.
You'll be there.
Yeah,
That'll be great.
Team, yeah.
Awesome. We'll definitely meet up with you guys.
Yeah.
I remember when we ran it the last time. Was that the race where you started on the back on purpose? No, you didn't pass us that day. That was just because the line was so long.
Because we were late. That was the metal detectors were off, and it took us. Yeah, we were late at the start.
Right, but there was another year that you started in the back on purpose.
Yeah, that was in New York City.
Right, and you passed. You tried to see how many determination people you could pass.
Well, it was more about taking selfies with each runner. So
that was fun.
I've been doing the last 3 years. It's awesome.
You caught up to us on the Verrazano Bridge, like right away.
So much fun.
That was awesome. So, obviously, determination never sleeps. It's a year-round thing.
Yeah.
So I've done New York City 3 times with you guys.
Marine Corps.
Yep, did Marine Corps once with you guys. And I know you did Barcelona one year, a couple years ago.
We did Barcelona last year.
Yeah, and this year
we do in Paris in about just 2.5 weeks.
Wow. Yeah. And I tell you, I wish I could do those events. It's just life is hard sometimes to get it. It's but you guys do some really amazing stuff, and it's and I remember Barcelona. You saw some of the pictures, and you did have a good group.
Great group, actually. I think out of the 14 people that went, I think 9 of them I'm back. Coming back to Paris, just because it was such a great experience. Because, what happens when you go international, people bound a little closer.
Sure.
Because it's not like in a local that you go after the race, you go with the family, friends, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Here, you are with your team, so you bound a little more. We get to do the sightseeing together, the pre-run together, the post-run together. So people bounded and become a good team.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like, I feel like, you get New York together and you have like a pre-party and and people get together that way, but it's not the same because what you said, you finish the race, you gotta, where's my ride home? I do remember Marine Corps, we stuck around for a day, and some people did.
Yes,
and that was fun because, we were kind of based out of New York and, we're up in the Northeast. I remember Michelle Brotman went down to that race. Michelle Brotman was my first ever guest on this podcast.
Yeah.
And I haven't had her back. I gotta find her.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's doing well. I've
been messaging her.
Yeah, I just exchanged emails last week actually. I'm supposed to meet her soon too.
One of the finest people.
One of the finest people
that I've ever met. I met through determination.
Yeah. Same here.
Now you guys have some other things going on too.
Yeah.
Now you have Paris in 2 weeks. You would think that might be exciting enough.
Yeah.
But no, not for you.
Yeah. I want to provide a good experience to people that become part of determination and want to be inclusive and just add different challenging, fun experiences and events. So last year I decided what about Kilimanjaro? So I'm bringing a group to Kilimanjaro. We have about 10 people already signed up. They're going to be going to Kilimanjaro from August 16th to the 26th. and it's, I mean, an awesome group of people. We actually also go on June 13. We actually going to go and do a training week in Colorado Springs, to just kind of get used to the altitude and all the fun stuff.
So is everyone doing that, or
out of the 10, 7 right now confirmed that are coming.
Wow.
So yeah, we will have people New York, Maryland, Texas, Pennsylvania.
People like same people from like the Paris group or the Barcelona group, or no?
About half of them is people that I know myself, that have coached in the past, either through my own businesses or through Determination. And the other half is just a couple of them from Determination through other events, or just people just find out about the event.
Yeah. So I got to tell you, so when you guys, I think we came down for the marathon probably 2 years ago, and I saw you and you said, "Oh, we're thinking about doing Barcelona." And Stephanie and I were like, "Barcelona, we got to do that." And then we didn't.
Well, we're doing it in 2020.
And then we came back last year, and you're like, "Oh, I think we're gonna do Paris," and we're like, "I want to do Paris," and we didn't. And then you said, "It's like you keep raising the bar for me, like all those. It's like everything that you do is like I want to do it more and more." And Kilimanjaro is certainly. Now, let me ask you this: what is more challenging, what would you think? For given your experience, obviously, I don't think you've done it, but what do you think is more challenging, running a marathon like New York, or climbing Mount Kilimanjaro?
Well, it's a different challenge. I think the difference between both of them is definitely the altitude. You can be the fittest marathon runner and still have issues in Kilimanjaro. So Kilimanjaro is not about being fit and have strong muscles. It's more about adapting to the altitude.
Yeah, and it's not a race, right? It's just it's a walk.
No, and we went.
It's a hike.
Yeah, it's a hike, it's a climb, and we partnered with a great company, Embark Exploration, and their approach is to take it slow. There's companies that want to do in 3 days. They're taking 7 days. That way, people can acclimate. So the chance of you getting to the top are much higher. Because some people don't make it to the top because they don't acclimate well. So this company, they're taking their time so you can acclimate properly. So chances of you getting to the top are like pretty high. And
so is it, you said it's a hike and a climb. Like how much climbing? Because when I think climb, I think of like the guys like rappelling with ropes and like,
No. It's you're hiking up the mountain.
So you can reach the top kind of like on a trail.
Yes, you get to the top through, these are a couple of technical parts that you may have to kind of go through a few boulders, but no, you don't need no ropes or anything like that.
So it's not like,
no.
The intimidating part is the altitude.
Yes, the altitude. The challenge is the altitude. Yes, there's technical parts, but no, the challenge is like when you go over 10,000 feet, and some people even lower, but over 10,000 feet, it becomes a challenge.
Difficult to breathing.
Yeah, breathing. When you get to 90,000, that's no. Trust me, it will be a challenge regardless of how fit you are. I know people that are pretty fit, have run marathons, and they didn't make it to the top.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, because people take it too
they take it lightly, kind of. Oh, it's just a walk.
Just because I'm a marathoner, I can do anything.
Yeah.
No, you can be the fittest, and altitude will catch up to you.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, that's still, people like set their goals sometimes. You hear people say they want to climb the peaks.
Yeah.
Of every continent, right? The 7 peaks or whatever. And that's one of them. And it seems and I think it seems, watching people do it, it seems like it's something that's attainable and
it is attainable for sure. It's like it's attainable. You just need to. I think it's just how you approach it and take your time. And it's not about you don't want to rush it. Why you want to rush? You want to take it all in and really take it in and enjoy the company and the beauty of the climb.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it's not.
It's not right. It's an experience.
It's an experience. It's something you want to take it in and stop 200 times. You have to take pictures. That's the time that
Yeah. So you guys still have slots open?
Yes, we do have. We do have plenty of. We pretty much can take as many people as we want to.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's great. You guys should get on that because again, I wish. What's coming after that? Everest?
Actually, yes. Next year we probably. So I'm looking to next year to do either base camp Everest.
All right. Yeah, I'm out on that one.
Or
Stephanie would never let me go.
Well, it's base camp.
Oh, it's base. Oh, all right. So
no Everest. No Everest. Then you have to base camp Everest, or probably want to do also the volcanoes of Ecuador.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't
That's
tell
a-
Stephanie that.
Yes. Oh, Stephanie.
That's where she's from.
You are coming to your hometown next year. No, yes. So that's what I'm thinking of.
I'm in
Those
trouble.
two.
Like we're gonna go to that.
It's beautiful.
I have to.
It's beautiful. I've been, my wife's from Ecuador as well, so I know the area. So it's beautiful out there. Trust
I'm
me.
in trouble.
Yeah, you should.
This is gonna cost me
And
a lot of money.
and you know, hiking you cannot bring babies actually, right? You just get that little
Just get a little backpack.
Yeah.
You get like a little donkey or something and throw her on the donkey.
Yes, you get your own babysitter Sherpa.
We'll figure it out. All right, so man, you got a lot on your plate. So how do you juggle all this? It seems like between your own training. We talked about this a little
Right.
before, but your own training and Kilimanjaro and
work.
then there. Oh, by the way, New York City Marathon still.
Yes.
And I got to tell you. So I was I ran Hartford Marathon in October. And we had talked before, and you mentioned that you guys were involved with Hartford
Yeah.
Marathon a little bit, but it's not to the same scale as
No,
New
same.
York or
Yeah.
Chicago. And I showed up the starting line a little early, and I was walking around. And I saw like 5 people standing there with their determination shirts on, and I just went up and introduced myself, and couldn't have been nicer people. And it's like a family. It's like
it is.
you know.
It is.
And I see people running. Where did I see? I was in Phoenix and I saw someone with a determination shirt run by me. I don't even know if you guys are in Phoenix or someone's just wearing the shirt, but
we have people from all over the country coming to our events, specifically Chicago and New York. We have a lot of out-of-state runners that come.
yeah. And so New York this year is just you guys full on New York too, or
No, we just registration.
Oh, right, 'cause they just had the lottery.
Yeah, just open.
Yeah.
So we still have plenty of spots.
So
Yeah,
Steph and I are doing MCM, so I don't think we're getting to New York.
I'm ready to close.
But New York, I always got a soft spot for New York.
In good old times, you will have done both, but now you have a baby. It's like you have to kind of it's not the same anymore.
Sure, well we'll use her as an excuse. She'll like that. And years later, she'll be like, "Oh, you used me as an excuse."
I know.
This video stuff, can't say anything without meaning it. What did I miss?
What do you miss?
You marrying anyone lately?
No. I think you may be my only one. Which is, it's
You did a great job. I gotta say.
Every time it comes to my social media reminder, it's like through my life, I had to say I'm already planning what I'm doing next year, and 2 years, and 3 years later. I'm already have an idea. Never in my life thought I would be like, "Hey, you want to marry us?" I thought you were kidding. It's like, of course, yes. And then you start giving me all the details, like, "Oh, he's serious."
Wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah, trust me. You asked me, like, "Oh, yeah, of course." How we always play around. I thought you were kidding. It's like, I said, "Of course." That will be my answer. Then, no. Oh, okay. Anyway, it was a great day. I think
It really was.
I think
It really was. It couldn't have been more perfect.
I think it was a great day for everybody there.
Yeah.
I think it's different, and the place is so meaningful for you guys. Hope Lodge.
Yeah, and
Such a meaningful
so Steph and I kind of have this like inside joke where she's like, I was, living in Springfield, Massachusetts,
Right.
and she's in Queens, and we're working different lines of work, and and she's like, how in the world did we ever meet? And I just say, well, Ramon sent me.
I know.
That's what happened.
Remember, I just something about it, And you were the first determination couple to get married.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. This is some.
Well, it's kind of cool, and I thought, having it at the Hope Lodge was very special.
Very special.
And we got married, and then we had all of our friends and family there, and the ceremony was over, and we walked to the back, and we met some of the patients that were staying there who watched the ceremony.
Right.
And I got to tell you, I never thought that us having our wedding there, maybe I was a little selfish thinking that I thought it was just about us. I never thought that it would actually mean something to people that were just standing there. And they, people came up to us after and that we didn't know, and they said, "Oh, this was amazing. It was just a really good experience." And you think about what they're going through.
Yeah.
Staying in the Hope Lodge, and that we could help out in that way was just sort of an added bonus.
It is. It's a special place, and I think the Hope Lodge guests that saw the wedding, they realize what a special place that is.
Yeah.
For somebody to actually want to have a wedding there.
Yeah.
And they realize it is it is a special place. Sometimes I think, you take it for granted or not, but I think when you really think about what the place means for so many people, so many families, it's like,
Yeah, definitely is. And you just, you get the feeling just being there amongst the people that are there. It's, and what, I don't know who thought of the idea to create it and to have that option for people who are going through so much. And you I say this, I think every time I have you on the podcast, and I know we're getting close to time here. We're gonna have to wrap it up, but you have such a unique job in that, on the one hand, you coach people to, in some cases, you coach them to achieve the greatest thing they'll achieve in their life. In some cases, and I tell you, and personally speaking, when I crossed New York City Marathon finish line, it felt like one of the greatest experiences of my life. And obviously, you were part of that. And then on the other hand, you're raising money for a charity that affects so many people, and people that are close to you, you lose them sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, I can tell you. I mean,
and it's just such a crazy job.
I lost one of my athlete coaches a couple of years ago. And actually also, I mean, the reality is, I have coached people in the past that they were running for or in memory of somebody. And then a couple of years later, or a few years later, they come back and, Ramon, by the way, this time I'm running for myself. And that's just such a reminder of, like, not taking life for granted. And at the same time, like, it does make you aware of, like, what I'm part of.
And it's more than just running. It just makes it even that much more special.
I think running is just the vehicle. I think it's not about, for me, definitely it's not about the running. It's more about, for me, it's about the people. Really, I mean, I love my job. It's because of the people that I get to meet. Regardless, and
certainly just my experience is meeting so many people.
Yeah, so many people.
Super nice. They're all amazing.
The quality of people is just, And and
I actually told Stephanie, I said, that's why you got involved in the American Cancer Society on the running team, because just to meet guys. It's a good spot to meet guys. I mean, you think about it, they're in shape, they're altruistic.
But even, and even if that's the reason, sooner than later you will get the real reason why you're there. Yes, there is. I mean, there's people that join us just because they may just want to get the entry into the New York City Marathon, but then
they transform.
They transform. They realize. It's not just a marathon. There's a lot more. When especially when we bring them to the hop lodge, they realize like, oh, wait a minute. So it's
that's awesome.
It's a great program.
Listen, man, thanks so much for coming down and spending time with us.
Oh, good. So good to see you again.
You too. It's always a pleasure.
No, my pleasure. Thanks so
much. And love having you. You're always welcome on the show.
Anytime. And, especially if you come to New Jersey.
Hopefully I didn't screw up any of the video or the audio, and this will come out nice and clean.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, so we're gonna call it quits there. And first video podcast on the road. I couldn't have a greater guest. Woo! There you go. And always remember, when it comes to running, I'm no expert. I'm just ordinary.
Remember to like our video and subscribe to our channel.